Gypsy-Rose Blanchard, who was born in 1991, was a baby when her mother Dee Blanchard claimed her daughter had sleep apnea. When Gypsy was 8 years old, Dee described her as suffering from leukemia and muscular dystrophy and said she required a wheelchair and feeding tube. The list of medical problems that Dee related about her daughter would go on to include seizures, asthma, and hearing and visual impairments. However, Gypsy wasn't actually unwell. Her mother had been lying about her symptoms. Experts believe Dee's behavior stemmed from the mental disorder Munchausen syndrome by proxy, which made her fabricate her daughter's ill health in order to receive attention and sympathy for taking care of a sick child. Due to Dee's actions, Gypsy was prescribed numerous medications and had to sleep using a breathing machine. She also went through multiple surgeries, including procedures on her eyes and removal of her salivary glands. When Gypsy's teeth rotted, perhaps due to her medications, missing salivary glands, or neglect, they were pulled out. Yet the truth was that Gypsy could walk, didn't need a feeding tube, and didn't have cancer. Her head was bald only because her mother shaved off her hair. Medical tests often showed inconclusive or contradictory results regarding Gypsy's diagnoses, but Dee would stop seeing any doctors who questioned her daughter's ailments, and many caregivers went along with what Dee wanted. She'd had some nurses' training, so she could accurately describe symptoms, and she sometimes gave Gypsy medication to mimic certain conditions. As Gypsy grew older, Dee began to lie about her age, going so far as to alter the dates on Gypsy's birth certificate to make her daughter seem younger. However, as she aged, Gypsy became harder for Dee to control. In 2011, Gypsy tried to get away from her mother by running away with a man she'd met at a science fiction convention, but Dee soon tracked them down. She convinced the man that Gypsy was a minor, though she was actually 19 at the time. According to Gypsy, Dee smashed her computer and physically restrained her to her bed after they returned home. Gypsy eventually managed to get back online. She joined a Christian dating site where she met Nicholas Godejohn. She told him the truth about her mother's actions and ended up asking him to kill Dee so they could be together. In June 2015, Nicholas came to her house and stabbed Dee while Gypsy waited, ears covered, in the bathroom. Gypsy and Nicholas returned to his home in Wisconsin, where they were found by police. In 2016, Gypsy pled guilty to second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison and served 85% of her sentence before being released December 28, 2023. Nicholas was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2018 and was sentenced to life in prison.